Hello and welcome. I didn't want to forget this job, so I've set it going. I've even remembered to do the sensor. I did remember actual key config, which just quite shocked me. Now we have got a lot of work to do. I wanted to see if you could use the header, as in like attach it and move. You sort of can, but it's very unstable. I didn't do it to be lazy, but I thought it would be useful to other people. So it sort of does work, but it's obviously the wheels are the wrong way, which means the weight's leaning heavily to the right. Now this is obviously, yeah, I mean, I've just got to, but what I was just seeing was, can you attach the header in this config? It's still manage it. So if you were going to go across the road, like we are, it's possible to do it. And now we need to do the foldy thing of the actual, which is that, I think. While that's doing that, fields 23 won't have. Now then, I'm not sure again whether this is going to. Oh, we have actually done it. I did it. Yeah, wow. Yeah, load, activate. So we're gonna need. I think this is again, and again, this is not the Jurus's fault. This is not a standard field, is it? So let's set this going. We're going to go grab a trailer. You, I believe that, yeah, you're the straw one. And this is isn't this a large? I seem to recall, which is why we've got it. Right, we still need a proper trailer. And there will be some up here, and there is definitely a lorry up here. So, and we also need to be getting cracking with the potatoes, sugar beet even. Yeah, it's a bit late for potatoes. So then, I think we've got the lights here, haven't we? Oh, that's right. That'll do nicely. And being as we're red, we're going to do the honours of taking this. Smashing. Got the wool, and I would presume got a lot of. I've got the animals to do it because. Oh no, it's not 21. We may not. Mind you, we were 21 minutes in, so we may or may not. All depends. And I'm imagining that there's going to be a lot of patches that are not able to be done. I can't remember if we did actually smooth this. Is that going around actually doing absolutely nothing? Is it? Let's have a look. Because to me, I'm sure nothing's actually happening at all. Indeed, it's not. Is it lowered? It doesn't look like it's lowered, but it's not the right kind of header. We did know this. Yeah, this is true. We now need to tell it to go to the edge. There's some wally. Forgot that it's not really the right header. Right, so if we go over there, we'd need to, did we actually, I'm not sure we leased, or we were talking about buying one, obviously. Corn header leased, that's right. So where is it? At the shop? I believe it is. So we have got that tractor down. It's not bad. Ooh, it's a little bit specialist though, that trailer, isn't it? Like lorry specialists. Right, let's just have a look. Are the animals done before we do anything else? That's looking good. Or a little bit of a touch. But yeah, so in the green. And that one needs a little bit of TMR. I did put the straw in. I'd got it in already, so okay, let's go do that before we do anything. That's the one thing. Good animal husbandry is the key. And then we're going to borrow that anyway, because we need it. So TMR. TMR. We need a lot. I know I'm cheating a little. I know it's probably not quite right, but I'm trying to hide that fact. I'm not insulting everyone's intelligence. I know you all know that, but I'm just trying to make it look at least it's not too shabby. Yeah, we need to. It's weird when you come at this type of angle. So I can imagine it's going to take most of that, but not all. Okay, nearly all. Right. Let's grab. So the Lando's finished his job. Right, okay. We want the lorry. Which I've got that, so may as well stick that in as we're going. So that be the fertiliser spreader? Of course it will. Yeah, now that I seem to recall, I think that's going straight into that, isn't it? I think we just sort of had this conversation and I'd sort of forgotten last session about it. We had already discovered that strange things were afoot. Really? Yeah. So we need to go around the header. We can actually drop that. And we can sort of sneak up the bank. We're very close to the shop, aren't we? It's a little bit unorthodox, but then that's... ooh, okay. So it's twiddling around, almost doing a 360. That's also not normal. We need... I think we need the trailer. I'm sure that's probably a prerequisite to actually picking it up. We did sort of see this. We're trying to jump the gun a little, I would say. It's just a powerful beast, it really is. As you concur, we definitely do need the trailer. Yeah, I was getting all excited and, yeah, forgetting the basic things like, you know, the trailer to put the header on. And then we'll get on with the sugar beet. I'm looking forward to using that. I'm not sure that I'm going to be looking forward to use it for very long, but I am at present looking forward to it. Yeah, it's always a little bit stressful the first time you use a tool, and also you gain insights onto, yeah, whether it's a good idea or whether you really want to buy ever again. All of these type of things, which are all very important. Some nice buildings here, quite unique actually on Ravenport. Yes, FS22 is on my mind now. Yeah, I'm really thinking. I did download the rice map that dropped yesterday in the model. Yeah, we need to sort of turn right and when sort of do what lorries shouldn't really do, which is to really do a scrunchy turn like that. Yeah, you've got to be very careful because we don't want to be... Actually, we can go straight up that, can't we? Yes, fantastic. Now then, has the... Oh no, Lando's going around in circles. Oh, it's on the field. I think, no, might be alright. Might be. No. I would say that's not quite right. Can we use a little bit? Yeah, good. The wheels are on there. Okay. That's interesting. Are they classed as narrows then? I was talking about this, the White One vehicle system. How it's monster tyres. And about, obviously, it goes on about, but are they classed as narrows? That's the real. What have we got two of those for as well? Yeah, because there's only one. Right, let's move that across there a little. Put it out of the way, because we're going to need to grab the corn header soon, aren't we? It's got a very nice sized tank. Yeah, 20 something tons. Yeah, it is quite good. Right, let's get this ready to accept the header. Brilliant. So I think it's got to have narrows, because that would have damaged the crop normally. Yes, I think we're leasing this, weren't we? Then we're going to buy it if it works, I believe was the plan. Right, that looks to me like it's going to fit on there quite nicely. Yes, I thought it about time to. I've been sort of doing the black sheep modding, the new extension. You could call it either, I suppose, but it is officially the extension, I think. Or was it the expansion? That's heavy. It is actually, which it probably would be. We should be able to do it like that. Really, I should say. Then we should just let it collapse onto it. Was at that point we don't really care about the weights. Let's just push it a little. It is pushing a little. That's about it, I think. Right, okay, let's use the automatic. Right, let's get this party started. I'm going to go into a time lapse because there is a lot to do, and I would like this session not to be just like a few. I'd like to actually get the harvest underway, because we have got, this is a juggly harvest. Yeah, because there's obviously not just the sunflowers, there is the sugar beets, and there's also the corn at the top. It was a bit of a triple threat, and it's all come off at the wrong time, really. So yeah, we need to be. Ooh, I won't say who really had the right of way there. You absolutely silly person. And of course, my TV is doing its usual thing of like saying, "I'm going to switch off in a minute." I just clocked the microphone, for which I apologise profusely, because yes, that will reverberate somewhat. Right, let's get this right. Yes, I'm saying my words. I would like to get some work done and let you see what work we're getting done. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. it's got really bad collisions, really bad. I'm well away from that. I was wafting it a little bit, and I was thinking, not really good for this type of thing. I know sort of been, I have been a bit critical about this. I have got to be truthful, but yeah, and it is a difficult thing to like do, but it sort of doesn't help, does it, for that type of thing to make you sort of really want the system. I mean, because they've been very busy. It's the cultivators in. I did tick the box to come in. You could make it. I'm not really tempted to do the other modules. I just you could if I mean it is quite an expensive bit of kit. But obviously the modules. Well, yeah, no, the modules are sort of like they're not really anything. They're not cheap. I mean I don't expect them to be cheap. But what I mean is there's no real. You know, it's cheap to buy a normal cultivator. It's cheap to buy a normal sprayer. Why would I want this? Yeah, that's my thing. As a harvester, I could yeah, it's not liking the patina for some reason. It's you can see why the work was stuck. The header, however, now that I have used this before, it does point out to me that the Durus is definitely more finicky than this, and this is a big header. This would be a good addition to our yeah for this really it would. Right, I thought I was going to do this myself because it's yeah I'm going to do the horn topper, and I think I'm going to leave the corn for another session. I think it's yeah I'm just going to crack on. This is soon going to feel, and then I might allow it to. So yeah, I'd like to have a bit of a feel for this myself, if I'm honest. So I'm going to go straight back into time lapse, but I just wish to be fair though, it's yeah, it's the collisions are a bit awful, but it is yeah, no doubt a difficult thing to code. That is something I'm definitely going to say. Right, that should be all right. So then, time lapse time. You guys and gals. Actually, I don't think we're going to do. I think we'll do the horn topper. I think we will. We'll let a tractor go before run with the horn topper. And then I know it's more, but it's going to fill quickly. Yeah, the roots has only got a 6-ton hold, so it's yeah. I'd sooner do that myself and keep them loading. Maybe even get a follow me to sort of follow me. So it makes more sense to split the field really into two. So. I think it's the same size actually, but we shall have another go. I'm not sure if it is 2.7. I think we could probably get away with that really, with what it is already. It is a 0.8 of a metre. So let's go. Fantastic. Doing weight wise, are you leaning okay? Yes, you are. Absolutely fine. Right, so then we will indeed borrow you. Do we use you for the? I don't think it's a terribly high horsepower, is it? The Roadster. It might be bigger than that. I don't know. I think you could do it. It would probably help if it was not on narrows. I think this is 154.65, but I'm not sure. It's not like we've not got enough tractors. Let's grab one of the. Yeah, that one there is ideal. Really is. It's a bit of a powerhouse. Of course, now I can't actually grab it, so I'm gonna have to visit here. We could actually quickly do this though. I think that's probably a good idea. Yeah, I don't know what's happened. Obviously, I've got boxes that are doing live, and I can't find out what it is. And I've also got something that's fighting with my mod that's making bigger, which I used, yeah, really quite extensively. I think we were using that on Riverside as well. I'm sure we were. It's really useful to sort of like be able to have 5-ton boxes that would pretty much be like almost all of this really in one lump, which is quite useful really. sure we're going to do. We'll grab all 3. No, we can't. Right, let's just get it done. Yeah. I'll do 2 at a time. It's still not terrible. It's not like we've got a long way to go, really. Right, I'm going to say my words out. It's true, we have got a lot of work to do still. I just wanted to sort of share my insights and also destroy the roof of the nanny's yeah, grandma's knitwear. No, it is grandma's knitwear. I am right. Right, yes, so I'm going to see guys and gals on the other side. thought I left a bit, but I think we've got it actually. Yeah, cracking. My personal opinion on this, I think it's better than the Giants. Yeah, the one where you've got to dump off the ground. You can use Follow Me, and it was quite effective because you've got that little bit of a buffer, 6 tons. It seems a little bit, but you actually can sort of do it all right. I did actually get it all out. I wasn't sure if I did. Yeah, so I think that's not bad. This feels really a little too big for, I would say. No, maybe a more patient farmer. I don't think you'd want to go much bigger than this, though. It's not for your big fields. That you would really want to do something like the big T440 or any of the big, yeah, not just mention that one, but yeah, any of the bigger ones really. You'd want to go on a matter of scale. It's definitely better for me than the PH Mini because that's too tiny. That sort of literally does my head in. We will grab a straw, but we're not going to worry about it right now. I might even set a work on it because it did obey the course. Next session we're going to go and do the corn. I think I'm going to do I show the faffing around? No, I've already shown it. It's a bit faffy. It is to take that out to the top and go down the road and grab the separate trailers and 2 separate lorries. Well, no, it's 2 separate lorries. Yeah, it's 2 lorries that we need to have 2 lorries to take it all the way up to the top. So no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to literally get the equipment up to the top, including probably the biggie. I think. Yeah, I didn't use that because it's sort of it's strange. It's the first time I've seen it where it's not used it. Now let me just show you what we got out of the sunflowers. I don't think I've showed you before. It's not a lot. I didn't expect it to be a lot. Not really, not out of this. But again, it will produce a little bit of oil. That was the entire idea. 7.5 tons of oil, I think. I'm not sure. Let's take it across. Let's do the finishing. Now the sugar beets I'm going to do again probably next session. I might do a where we set the corn off and I come and do all the lugging, all the menial bits and bobs. So that is, yeah, it's the last of our harvest. Now I think with all things considered, we're probably going to go through and follow all of our processes to the finish. I've been umming and ahhing whether I do another year on Ravenport or whether my reminiscing and looking back at this beautiful map, whether it's been and it's satiated, this is right, yeah. And I think it's not really a matter of that. There's other maps out there as well that I'd like to sort of show. So it's we have done well. We have sort of gone places that. Oh, the other thing is, yeah, I have been told by a reliable source that here's the other. This is the one This is normally about the. Did we opt for the Amatana then? That's not the Farmer Jeb, is it? We did. Right, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, the Amaton has it, but hang on a minute, does the Amaton have it at the side? It's the Farmer Jeb. I thought the Farmer Jeb had its thing on the end here. It is the Farmer Jeb. That's bizarre. Is it the orientation that it's completely... Maybe I've got this on the Old Stream Farm expansion. And it's strange, it looks completely different, but it isn't, obviously. It is exactly the same, but yeah, to me, right now, this very second, as I pulled up, it didn't look the same, but then again, I suppose lighting, all sorts of things can be... No, this isn't the one for here, this is the one at the top. So let's just switch that on. No point in having these things if you're not going to use them. Really, so the old General Mill. Like, I am going to do the cornbread. That's what I was going to say. We're following the processes through to completion. I'd like to do the corn, even if it's just as a token, and I didn't do it properly. would have liked to have picked up on this, but it was more about we were making the farm bigger, and I've got to be honest, down this bottom end, it's not. Even if you make your fields bigger, they're a bit awkward in shape and things like that. Really, it's supposed to move to the top if you want to go big. And the bottom line is sometimes people don't like the move. They don't, as I found myself. Lamb Bakery. Why have we not switched the bread on? Why have we not switched the bread on? That is a little bit odd. Got water, milk and eggs and sugar. Sugar. That's what we're short. Well, in that case, we will actually go and grab. In fact, let's be sensible. In fact, yeah, let's take this back. Let's take this back up to the other side and let's go grab the 120 tonner and bring 120 tons of sugar. We don't necessarily have to bring the whole shebang all in one go, but it would be nice to start the process off, being as we were waiting for the sugar for that to actually work. So yeah, I'd like to do the corn, so we're here for a few months, at least a few more sessions. It's not like over right now this very second. I do think had we have stayed another year, we may well have truthfully broken a lot of records, because it is although has it got that capability? I don't know. The Royal Christie, it's when that's full, it's a bit of a beast. It really is. Right, so then we want to grab one of the hefty tractors. We do. We're lucky. The team we've got here is absolutely phenomenal, really. That's exactly the tractor I was looking for. Yes, I'm quite pleased with the Roadster. It was definitely, in fact, let's switch it off, because it's humming away to itself, wasting energy, wasting fuel if it was real, because obviously it would be drawing off the JCB. You had a comment from Marty. Now, these, you can sit with your engine going all day long, like that, and if you're just sitting there, you don't use fuel, unless they've changed it. But to be honest, I leave my engines on all of the time, and they don't use fuel unless I move them. Yeah, unlike real life, you can idle your engine on this imaginary fuel, and you're alright. Yeah, it doesn't actually... yeah, as a content creator, I start the engines quite frequently. And I do have the engine starter mod, engine stop or something like that mod on that actually ease of life. It doesn't let the engines turn off, because normally if you step out and a couple of minutes later the game will switch them off. So I've got that mod on that stops that happening, so that I can just jump into a tractor once I've started the engine and I can go. It is, yeah, I think it's important. I mean, you could equally do the mod where you know we don't that, but it's nice to know that's in there. We want sugar beets. Oh, 165 tons. Oh no, spare 70. Oh, okay. I seem to remember 120. Oh no, maybe. Yeah, that's probably it will be right. It is right. Yeah, unless we did leave some across. I don't think we did. We actually just subconsciously, it's like the farmer in you just like do it. It is true. So we're nearly, actually the eggs will do quite fine. It does take a while for this particular silo to fill this, although actually this is a fairly fast silo. Some of them are terribly slow. I love this. It's got to be, it's probably the silo I would put down, and it's not because it's 5,000. Of course that helps, and the start from scratcher in me appreciates Omatana's work, but it's got a couple of special abilities. Omatana made it differently, at least I believe so, because I don't think all of the silos work this way. Bernie's don't. If you use Bernie's, if I put that silo down first and I put something around it, it will share its storage. Not all of them do that. Yeah, a lot, which can be a desire. I mean, don't get me wrong, it hasn't been. It has been the bane of my life. The Royal Christie one, that does the same as well. They were made fairly at the same time, so I'd imagine good modders actually look at each other's work and sort of think, yeah, that's not a bad way to do it, but there were repercussions in so much as it shares its storage with that around it, whereas the burnies, whatever he does, is don't do it. So if I stick a burnie down, it'll just have its own storage. Even if I put that down first, no, we don't want the sugar in there. We do want that like that though. Let's make sure. I can't remember, did I turn it on? I might have done. Yes I did, I think, but we'll check, because you don't want to like not do your processes properly, do you? Let's be honest. Yeah, so we're also getting close to FS25, so I might, oh yeah, I might thin. So sugar, we want the farmer jeb, oh General Mills, sugar from sugar beets on. Actually, I didn't switch it on. And we want sugar to be distributing. Excellent. Brilliant. That should keep that little, well, it's a big dairy, it's a bit of a monster actually. It is. Let's just switch that, make sure that is on. So bread will, on the hour, actually crack on and use our oats, well, that flour from oats that we did earlier in the Let's Play. Yeah, we didn't sort of get up to full steam on this. I've got to be honest, that's more my fault than anything. I've got way too many Let's Plays on, but it's more of a coping mechanism. I don't know what it is. I am struggling to sort of do. I think it's a mental thing. It's got to be. I know that. I know you can get burnout, and it's not burnout. It's, yeah. I mean, I've seen Daggerwin when he sort of he pulled out some of his big ones for a few months, and again, and it's sort of like that. But instead of pulling out and saying, right, no, I'm down in tools for 3 months, I can cope by going on a little map and doing a short run. It gives me a bit of a breather, just, to explain why I'm doing so many of different things. It is really because of that. And then, like, this morning, I can sort of like, I thought, come on, let's get Ravenport done. And so I'm here, and I'm doing it, and I could cope with it. But it is a mental thing, because I keep telling myself, yeah, but you only do whatever work is to do on a session. It's exactly the same. It is, and yet, if you know your farm's big, it seems to press on you in a big way. And if you know your farm's small, I can cope with that. It's really strange, because I know it is true. I can only do whatever I can do in the same time. But me being me, if I've got like 3 fields to do, I would normally like think, right, let's harvest the whole lot. Let's like hit it hard, because that's the Hovo's Hollow person in me, that's the way we did that, and that's the way I tend to attack most things. Let's a full frontal attack, all of our forces all at once, and we'll bring it down by sheer force and sheer strength of will is my usual approach. But I don't think as I've got older, I haven't got that energy anymore to actually do that mental energy. Mainly, I would say, because obviously I'm not a content creator where I do this as a job. So this is like a hobby to me. So I've got a very long hours job that obviously I do this as well as, and I lovingly do this. But I can't give it the energy that I would have if I could do this full time. Obviously, that's without a shadow of a doubt, I'd be able to do this better. Probably have more creative energy, be able to do the storylines that I have done when I work part time and things like that. Yeah, that type of thing. I haven't got the mental energy to be able to think of the storylines like I did in the past. Yeah, it is a bit of a stretch. The imagination, I think, is one of the first things to go when stress. I mean, the normal stresses. I'm not talking about anything obnoxious or anything super. Your normal stresses of life. If you do long hours and all the rest of it. So yeah, just a bit of an explanation, because I'm not sure I fully understand it myself. I just know what I've sort of worked as a release mechanism. I can still carry on, and I'm quite happy to do that. I also do secret projects, as in like I've got a few things that I've done that I do a couple of episodes of those. I've got a Calmston Return to Calmston. It's about 12 episodes in. I might start posting that soon. I just wanted to revisit it, and I wanted to do a new Farmer Start because I realise a lot of people have done it, and I was sort of in an iron for quite a long time. I've wanted to go back to Calmston. I might put this as a bit of a news article as well. This end bit, yeah. I've wanted to go back to Calmston, and I also wanted to do an extreme series. I've done 2 of these now, and I should say why I've chosen the map that I've chosen. Erlingrat has been done to death, but it is one of those maps that hasn't got any cheap starting fields. Now, if you want to give yourself an extreme where you can't just like earn 30 grand as a lot of people have done and then buy a cheap field and then have a bit of equipment and do a bit of grass, make it into silage, sell a few bales, and then go big quite quickly. I thought, no, I don't want it to be like that. I want this challenge to be a bit harder. So I chose Erlingrat because its fields, the cheapest is about 90, and I went for the super field at the back of the sawmill, my favourite field, which was one of those eye-openers that the first time I've ever seen Giants do a reasonable field on a map. And I thought, wow, so I nearly always go for it on that one, but especially did on that. And again, I have sort of hit that sweet spot where we bought the BGA, and we bought a lot of fields now on it. And again, I'm going to post that, but I just wanted to explain because most people think, oh, not Erlingrat. Well, it was chosen on purpose because it's one of those maps that hit the criteria that I needed it to do. So it is an extreme. We had 0 cash and 1 DD Mod Passions Rumbler that I wanted to sort of like have just 1 vehicle. That was all I'd got. I blew my cash away, literally threw it away, and we'd got to do contract to start. But I gave myself that 1 sort of vehicle, which a lot of people have done. I also had debts. I didn't do it with I kept the loan so that I kept the -200 but gave the cash away, so I'd got a loan as well. So we had to pay that off in time. And the Calmston one, likewise, I will start to post it now. I mentioned it outright, and I will do this as a news article, so you will know that I've got this. It's just, the Calmston, I don't know, obviously, I've got, Vuillet Normandy, I've got commitments. I always do a JM Gaming map, and his map is imminently, I've got some sessions, but I want to do it as a proper Let's Play. I would like to honour my friend's work, so yes, definitely would like to do that. So although I've got some sessions, I'm going to run out of them quite quickly. I'd like to honour that before FS25 hits, yeah, really, because it's not going to take long. You've sort of got to be, I know it's only nearly August, but it's quite surprising how, yeah, the Let's Plays trundle on, and you've got to keep your eye. I want to keep it so that the Let's Plays that are in play can be finished, and I want to sort of make sure that they end pretty much as FS25 hits, so that I've been deliberating, do I keep 1 foot in FS22 and 1 in FS25? I'm not sure. I think to begin with I'm going to finish my FS22 Let's Plays, and if it's so awful that it's absolutely vile and everyone hates it, then I will probably step straight back into FS22, because there's a lot of beautiful maps and it is a cracking game. Even if it's still, if I was to compare versions FS19 to FS22, even with all of the improvements, I still think FS19 was the better of the 2 games in a lot of ways. Yeah, the graphics on this are obviously, they've been souped up. The way that they get handled is good. The team from Giants have done a cracking job on it. But all of this modders having to re-engineer their mods for review and update the mod desk and all that they have got to do, I think that's just terrible. You produced a mod in FS19 and it just works. FS22, it's yeah, I mean, they're not that much different, but they are, and it's awful, really, the process that they've got to jump through these hoops and keep fixing their mods when they've already done. Why should they have to do that? But they do, and that's what I'm saying. So, all things considered, from a technical sort of way, also mods that just don't work. The premium pack's been out there for a long time now. The 2 maps that I've loaded this last thing, I thought, well, what is it likely to be that's stopping it? It's stuck at 85% again, and I thought it's obviously a mod clash. Looked at the log file, and the premium pack is out of, yeah, the map can't cope with the premium pack, so switch the premium pack on the 2 maps, but also the forage contracts. It doesn't like that either, neither of them did, so that's a new mod that I've had for a little while, just tinkering with it. It was actually for Illingrad, but you needed your own equipment, so it's sort of like, it's one of those things that it didn't quite work as I was hoping you could borrow equipment, and then of course I would have done some forage contracts, and that was the whole reason I put it in. But yeah, it seems to be causing clashes just for those others who might be having similar problems. Right, so I think I'm going to leave it there, yeah. So we're going to carry on with Ravenport. We're going to do the corn, and we're going to do the corn processors. We're going to use those brilliant things that Celobuki has got on the map. And I might even try this bit of feeding the animals with a production that I've been told works. So, yeah, we've got the Nicky right here. So we could stick 100 tons of like TMR in this, and then basically like say, right, go, and it's supposed to work. I never thought that. I always thought these were completely different from productions, that they didn't call for food. So therefore, in my mind, I have a very logical mind, as in like it's got to be, my logic is A plus A, and 1 times 1 is 1. It never ever, like cottons on in my mind that it can be any different. So the fact that you can feed your animals, so I've been told, was quite a newsflash to me. So we should try. We shall indeed. Yeah, if we can like water and send water and to these magically with productions, I will do that. Talking about that, no, I've taken the truck away. I do need to give them some water. They're not out, so yeah, it's not terrible. So next session, corn, and I would imagine there's quite a bit up there. Now, did I buy that header? I'm not sure that I did. I mean to. Yeah, let's buy it, because it is a beaut and we can cope with it. That was the main proviso that I thought, yeah. Did I will have checked the sales. It's just, yeah, the ASM, I remember. Now this is cropping up a lot. The Pepe, it's sort of like, it's a right little cracker. It's a floor pickup as well, I think. It's not bad anyway, so I might start to use this a little bit. Have we got any use for it here? No, I don't think so. Not really. But it's the end of the session, yes. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on these last few episodes of Ravenport, where we I mean, we are literally making between 500 and 700 grand a day. So if we carried on like this and we did another year, we would seriously kick some backside on like record breaking, I think. But yeah, it's all about timing, isn't it? All things in life are down to timing. So yeah, the timing's now bad. So yeah, and also commitments. That's the other thing. So I'm not sure, because we've already got my European map, but we're going to have 2 European maps. If we're going to do Vouillet Normandy, we're going to sort of have 2, but I'm likewise, I can't think of its name. Begins with a P, it does, but yeah, that beautiful one by MA7 Studios, I can't, yeah, it's not kicking. Saturday morning again, all of the words just disappear, and it'll pop in about 2 minutes when I've like stopped the cameras. Yeah, it's almost coming to me. I can hear it singing in the background, but can't quite think of it. Yeah, that one again, likewise. We're doing one more year, so it's on, but that's probably going to be a big year because there's a lot of fields to plant and a lot of ones. Although have we opted for 2 harvesters? I think we just bought a second harvester. I think we have, or if we haven't, I'm about to. So to make it a little easier, because I've got my Cesaris modding starting case that is a cracker, but it's sort of a bit stretch when it's doing like massive fields and about 10 of them. It's a little bit too much for it. So yeah, I think we're going to get. I think I have got another one if I remember rightly. It's been just over a week. That's why I was wanting to get the Ravenport done and that. And Fairhead again. I took Fairhead on as an additional let's play. That sort of stretched me a little bit, and yes. So, but I'm almost managing. I am. It's not like I used to do. Is what I'm kicking out at least one a week, which is what most content creators do. But I used to kick out 3 or 4 of each a week, and so those who probably got used to that were maybe a bit disappointed because I can't keep that up at that sort of level now. Cause whatever this mini burnout or whatever you call it, I have no idea what it is, or just the stresses of life, again, like not leaving you as much energy. It's probably as simple as that. But all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.